Hey, what's going on, guys? Zeb here, and I had to put out a video on Pinhead. I just had to. He is so goddamn fun to play, and the biggest thing I've been hearing so far about Pinhead is that he is you have to put as much effort into your downs if you were playing Nurse, but you only get rewarded as if you were playing Clown. Like, you have to put so much effort in, and you don't get much reward out. My main point of making this video is to put a guide out to help those both play as the Cenobite, Pinhead, and also to play how to play against the Cenobite a little bit as Survivor. And then we're going to come full circle around and kind of talk about how you can counter some of the things good survivors can do to counter the Cenobite. So kind of like coming full circle, trying to like piece together here what we can do as killers to try and make sure these really good survivors don't get the best of us. And he has a lot of tools for handling good survivors. You'd be surprised. So, guys, sit back, relax. First, I want to take a look into some of the basics from the survivor's point of view, revolving around the Cenobite's power. All survivors can see the aura of the lament configuration when in the trial. It takes a base of 6 seconds to solve the lament configuration. During this time, the Cenobite may teleport to the survivor. With 2 add-ons, both stacked to increase the time it takes to solve the lament configuration, it goes from 6 seconds to 12 seconds. Larry's Remains add 4 seconds, while Liquefied Gore adds 2 seconds. Using just Larry's Remains, one of the best add-ons of the Cenobite, is good enough to cause a lot of trouble. Here, when you solve the lament configuration, you can see Pinhead renders you immobile as he renders his teleport, and you're forced with an option. You have to either pick up your item and run, or just run. The lament configuration cannot be solved in bits and pieces. You can't start it, get some progress, and start it again. It must be solved from start to finish if you are to solve it. It's very interesting to note that if you want to solve the lament configuration, you have to drop your item to solve it, and then pick your item back up. So when Pinhead teleports to you, and you have to make that choice to pick up your item or not to, it's going to be kind of rough depending on what item you bring into the trial. Here I just want to demonstrate something with Deadlock, not so much Pinhead. When a gen gets done, and another gen gets blocked with Deadlock, if Rune is up, that gen will not be regressed. Here, we go back to the gen 30 seconds later, and no progress was ever lost. One of the strongest things the Cenobite has going for him is that when a chain hunt is active, anything the survivor does, they'll continue to get pulled off of it, with the gen, totem, healing, whatever. It is nearly impossible to do a totem. Hex totems are extremely useful. So I want to take the time here to explain how the Cenobite works. Every 90 seconds, a chain hunt will begin, starting from the beginning of the trial. Once chain hunt begins, hooks will intermittently spawn in and continuously pull survivors off of whatever they're doing. Unless one survivor is holding the cube, I like to call it the cube, the lament configuration, then that person will get hit with like a double chain hunt for as long as they hold on to it until they solve it, or the Cenobite downs them and picks them back up. If the Cenobite is able to find his cube or down the survivor and pick it back up, all the survivors will get hit with 3 chains instead of a typical 1 that continuously spawns with a chain. They get hit with 3 chains, and they'll all scream revealing his location to him globally. So it's really good. And I want to briefly explain his add-ons. He's got 3 add-ons, 3 class of add-ons that are the best by far. The first add-on that is so incredibly strong, you should always run this if you have it. Impaling Wire. Whatever survivor uses the environment to break a chain, additional chain will target them. This makes indoor maps amazing. This makes the shack much easier for him to play. The ability to spawn additional chains is just incredibly strong, and I'll show it in clips to follow. It'll be, I won't even need to explain it, the clips will do it themselves. Next we have Larry's Remains. Anything that increases the timer it takes for survivors to solve it. This adds 4, though. the class underneath this, the yellow add-on, the same equivalent, only adds 2. So it's only half as strong. So you really just want to use the green at all times if you have it. Now, why is this so good? Let's first look at the third best add-on, I think. Torture Pillar considerably increases the speed at which chain hunts activate. Normally, a chain hunt takes 90 seconds to activate. This takes away 20 seconds from that timer, so it takes 70 seconds to activate. Once the lament configuration spawns on the map in the trial, it will then count to 70 seconds instead of 90 before chain hunt begins and chains are constantly pulling people off. So this is very solid, right? You'd think, well, isn't this Torture Pillar better than Larry's Remains? Hard to say. I personally think Larry's Remains is better, and this is why. Once a survivor solves the lament configuration, the lament configuration is gone for 45 seconds. It won't even respawn on the map until 45 seconds, and then once it respawns, then another 90-second timer begins. So what Larry's Remains does is it gives survivors need to sit there and solve it for 10 straight seconds instead of 6. This gives Pinhead the amount of time to hook a survivor, because good survivors will typically only solve the lament configuration when Pinhead's picking up right after a down, because he'll have to set down and then teleport, unless he can get a hook very quickly and turn around and teleport. Larry's Remains gives you enough time to do that. If you down a survivor while they have the configuration, their cube will respawn in 10 seconds rather than 45. So 10 plus 90 seconds for the chain hunt timer, you only have to wait 100 seconds to your next chain hunt. The point here that I'm trying to make is that this can save you the difference between 10 and 45 seconds for the cube to spawn in. Just being able to teleport to the person that's holding the cube. Getting that hook off or doing this whatever you need to do before you can teleport. It can save you 35-second difference. This only saves you 20 seconds. It brings it from 90 seconds to 70 seconds for a chain hunt to begin. This, however, allows you to not allow the cube to be solved. So instead of a 45 delay before the lament configuration spawns on the trial when it's solved, you only get a 10-second delay for the lament configuration to spawn again on the trial, and then followed by the 90 seconds, of course, which can still be reduced by this. So you can stack these both, and you're a-okay. But that gives away the lethality of the Impaling Wire, so it's hard to say between these three which two you're going to use. But say if you're using 2 out of these 3, Larry's Remains, Impaling Wire, and Torture Pillar, you're doing great. You're doing just fine. This is easily the best 3 add-ons. Yes, the others are laughable. Alright, let's talk perks. Honestly, I'm not going to beat around the bush. Perks that give exposure effect to any of the survivors are amazing. Because he's one of the best killers for getting it hit in. You know, he's one of the best for not allowing the survivor to use the tools that they need to use to stop getting hit. It plays in a way similar to like Clown and Doctor. He uses his power as a tool to literally pull the survivors away from the loop, the pallet, the vault, the whatever. Or he can mind game it, go around the other side, knowing the survivor has to slow vault, to get over that in time. So, and we already saw how effective chain hunts, when combined with hexes, can be. If you have 3 sacks with Devour, and someone's on your totem, and the chain hunt is active, they're continuously going to get pulled off of it. They're like, okay, let me just run over and solve the lament configuration. They start to solve it, you know where they're at. Just teleport straight to them and one-shot them. You have 3 stacks. You have nothing to lose. And you're probably going to down them quickly, because how his power works. You can just shoot out the chain, hit them with it, they're chained, and let's say you have the Impaling Wire add-on. You're going to down them so fast. They're probably not going to have a chance to get to anything, and they're exposed, they're going to go down. Cube will respawn in 10 seconds. The chain hunt will end, unfortunately, but you'll get your down, and you can go back to defend the Hex Totem, most likely Devour, that was being defended by your chain hunt, basically, during the time that it took you to down that person. So, and then, Haunted, always great with another Hex perk, because there's a 66% chance to get one of the 2 haunted grounds instead of the 33% chance it gets to get Devour. And the chance that you use Haunted to get the early game pressure, possibly, and hopefully your Hex Devour hope persists. In the case it doesn't, you always have to make your choice to build up to those stacks, or if you're having a rough time, you can build up to those stacks. It's very nice when you can down somebody hook them, and then someone's on your cube trying to solve it. You need to teleport right away, get that distance you need for Make a Choice to be able to be procced by whoever gets the unhook. You know, just being able to clear that distance right away, because his teleportation is nice mobility. Killers with mobility like Hag is really good with Make Your Choice. Any killer with mobility is good with Make Your Choice because they can take advantage of it better. But this Pinhead, he can teleport away, and it's just it works out very well with how his power works. So this is what I would go with. Could use Starstruck in here somewhere instead of Haunted Ground if you wanted to. Can get rid of Devour Hope and say, I'm not going to take the gamble and just throw in Starstruck too. I think that's a great idea. You can pinball back and forth between Starstruck and Make a Choice, and just always only able to one-shot survivors. And of course, the survivor's healthy, they're not going to be able to Dead Hard too. So there you go. But I love exposed perks for Pinhead. They work the best in my opinion. Alright, now why is Impaling Wire so good? Here's a few clips to show why. She's using the environment to break her chains, and chains keep spawning. This thing had Dead Hard. She could have escaped me.
I love the chains because it sounds Dead Hard.
Here we're at a loop. Look how many chains spawn here, because she keeps breaking them with the hay bale. Even when I miss, I still have time to hit her again because of because of Impaling Wire.
Bill, you fucking legend. Fucking
here, Bill breaks some more chains, and his chains just keep on spawning, keeping him anchored to the ground. Here's how to play a standard loop, like a standard jungle gym loop with the vault and the pallet. You kind of want to send it out to the corner just to see if they go inside or if they go around, so you know where to shoot. Here's another example with the thing with Iron Wool. So I kind of shoot to make sure I can go around the corner, and I shoot double bags just so I can get him any way I can. Whichever she decides, I'll be there to chain her and follow up. Before she can throw the pallet.
Play heal.
Here, David was healing this Bill. Bill's able to get healed and takes the hit. David has Make a Choice applied to him, but I'm not even worried. Make a Choice is exposed for 60 seconds. With my power, this is ease. I know he's going to throw the pallet, and I know he's going to slow vault over. You can see the tension and the chains changing as he slow vaults over to give him away.
Money. Just barely in range right now.
Here, I know the person that saved in the basement had Make a Choice applied. Here's another example of Impaling chains being crazy. She's chained. She keeps, because in the shack you can use the environment to break. She was using the break, but chains just keep spamming and spawning on her again and again.
Damn, that was
Here's how I play typically with Pinhead, is I just spam the power immediately. I'll teleport right on top of them and then just spam it so I can't miss. You're less likely to miss this way, just like that. That's the best way to do it right there.
It's instant without giving her time to react at all.
Here's the knowing when to teleport is so important as well, especially with its synergy with Make a Choice. Here I hook, and this is perfect because I can teleport away, pressure my gens, and set up my Make a Choice for later with wasting minimal time.
I came. We Make a Choice on whoever goes for the unhook.
Here I get the hook. I see David. See how he's got the golden thing around his portrait on the left? That means he's holding filament configuration. I screamed. I know he's exposed, and he foolishly went to solve it right away. This was a mistake. Here, the Sibyl's holding the cube. You can see by the golden around her portrait on the left. I just got a kill, and I'm down to a 3-gen. Only 1 gen. She's solving on the opposite side of my 3-gen, and I strategically choose not to teleport. To do so would be to give up my 3-gen in a sense, and just... It would be the smart move to do in this situation. It isn't always smart to teleport. Here's a build I was playing around with that I found very, very interesting, on indoor maps especially, using Nurse's Calling with Sloppy Butcher. I'd probably change out Make a Choice with Monitor so you can get even more of a sneak up on them. But yeah, here it's just so easy to just teleport through, and if there wasn't more walls in the way, I could have had something there. The synergy though, I felt it, and it was just coincidental I had this build on this map, and I was like, wow, this is actually like pretty crazy. Here I made the mistake of going for the mag instead of the Clara.
Grab mag was
and here again, here I'm trying to utilize that using the strat of just using it immediately, but she moved in time.
So close.
So you see the potential here, definitely on indoor maps with aura reading, an alternative build to the exposure build that could be used well. Alright, last I'd like to cover a full match from start to finish. This match I played was on Haddonfield, and I did exceptionally well as Pinhead, and it was at the new rank 1, iridescent 1 grade, so sit back, relax, enjoy, and I'm going to try and comment here and there on a couple of things I did right or wrong, and then how I'd correct them. So yeah, guys enjoy, and thanks for watching so far this long into the video. You guys are awesome. The one thing I could say about Springtrap is that the one trailer I saw from him, he had an axe. I don't know if that's his weapon in like the main game series, but like, wouldn't that kind of be copying Huntress? I guess Billy and Bubba kind of copy each other. They both have like a mallet with a chainsaw. Mainly the first weapon, the mallet. Springtrap with the axe too. Grew up with it. I played the first one. And I've seen people play the second one, but that's about it. I used hot shit back in the day, you know, watching people play that, Markiplier, PewDiePie, etc. 2010 era-ish. Yeet. Good night, Spartus. Always a pleasure. Have a good one. Here I get the hit, and I'm immediately looking to use my power. And notice how fast I use it. I just teleport right on her and let go. Boom. Not the dead hard. About to have a chain hunt. This is good. It's always important to look at the left side of the portrait of the survivors to see how far along your chain hunt is and how much longer you have until the next one. And that's this way you can plan what your next decision is going to be.
Myers' house. Wait, did I not hear Myers' house?
I really should have teleported to that Kate and interrupted her on solving the lament configuration, because now the cube will not spawn back into the trial until 45 seconds instead of 10 seconds. I'll have to wait 45 seconds plus 70 seconds instead of 10 seconds plus 70 seconds, because notice I'm using the torture pillar, which removes 20 seconds from the 90-second countdown on chain hunt.
Huntress has a hunting axe? Oh, so it's different is what you're saying. Okay, okay. Springtrap had like a fireman's axe then? Oh yeah, fire axe most likely? Okay, okay. This turn was almost done. Hi. Hey, give me this pellet. Is it regressing? I think so. I think it is regressing.
Even though it looks like a generator is regressing with Hextrin still up through deadlock, I can assure you Hextrin does not synergize with deadlock at all. It just doesn't work.
Some pants on, Fang.
The generator will not regress while blocked by deadlock.
Why does it look like she's only wearing a diaper? Live her blessed life, leave her alone, alright. No pant. Same. Might as well. I came, dude. You rang. I have no lunge. This lunge is bugged, so I don't know if I can get this. Hey, we got it. Let's get this pallet out of the way. It's a really good pallet to get out of the way. I haven't hit any star streak value yet. There's only one gen done on Haddonfield, so not bad. Let's leave her over there. I think we'll probably most likely go back to the gen that she was on House of Pain. It's really nice because it looks like Kate's wanting to head there anyway. Get the slow vault, that's your only chance, unless this pallet's right here. I mean, it was. But ain't anymore. So Hook can go straight to House of Pain. That's crazy, that looks like Ruin was still regressing the gen. It's, yeah. It's down to nothing now. I think it was. I don't think they have God set up. I do. The sad part is she can just do it again. Oh, she did chose not to. How generous of her. What? She took so long to fall. Bruh. That's a bro moment. Here, the Nancy takes the vault. I just immediately go to hook her because and then she gets the pallet. She'll only get a soul vault. I still have enough time to come and hit her. No, they got me ruined. We got good value out of it though. Immense value. She runs that corner, we're in trouble. We can kind of chase this though. This 2 gens here, we're in trouble. 2 pallets. Loss of pain does not exist. Pallet is gone. Someone was on here. Hi, what are you doing? Back here, Skeeter? Damn, the hook screwed me over. Going around, huh? Now, somebody is going to try and solve the cube here as I pick up. Normally they'd have 6 seconds before I would not be able to teleport and they wouldn't be able to solve it. Because I'm using the yellow add-on Liquefied Gore, the lesser version of the green add-on Larry's Remains, it gives me plus 2 seconds to the search time, so I have 8 seconds to follow up on the teleport instead of the 6. This difference allows me to teleport to this survivor with this one add-on. Larry's Remains have been so much better in case it went a little bit over, but I was just using the yellow just to gauge how long it took. Nice dead hard. That's why his power is good. Just being able to deny vaults like, or deny a loop like that is so good. That hurts. I don't think that was my fault too, I think that was just this lunge bug. Don't want you reaching that. Skeeter. Now we gotta leave her. You waiting here? Oh, they have this vault. This dude's smart. He knows how to abuse that Haddonfield God window in the main building. Notice Cheryl's solving the cube here, and she's injured. After I got this hit, I should have immediately turned around and went to teleport instead of following up for the down. Because I could have just got the down on Cheryl still and saved, you know, instead of waiting
45 seconds for the queue to respawn the trial. I'd only have to wait 10 because I'd interrupt her solving it. She wouldn't be able to finish it, and I'd still get my down just as easy because she was injured.
When you miss something that easy, crying inside. That's how I'm lose all my gens now. It's definitely got death hard. Optimal survivor, and also how to abuse shit. I don't even know. I'm so crazy that Deadlock and Ruin don't work. I swear, I think Panda or someone was telling me it doesn't. But the interaction should. Maybe it was Reg. I was saying the interaction shouldn't happen. Anything that blocks a gen can't be like interacted or surged or anything. I said it's a bug. I can understand it being a bug and it working because it's a bug. You exposed? Not even bother swinging. Oh, she is. This is basement. Excellent. Didn't know she was dead. Well, let's get a chain hunt. This will be a lot more. Pinhead's a lot more lethal too when there's a one less survivor, just because that one survivor that holds the cube can't do a lot. She has the cube. Yeah, it's not a smart idea to pick up the cube when you're in chase because you have those chains constantly on you. We have Myers' house, we have a house across the street. Let's use our ears. Nothing. I did nothing. Let's make sure it's regressing. It is. So funny playing Pinhead on Michael Myers' map. We know where Kate's at too. So much information you just passively get. I feel like a part of the survivors, while they're liking going against Pinhead now, is because his lunge, his bugged lunge, makes him miss a lot, and that like always makes survivors. It's always fun from the survivors POV. It makes you feel like you made the killer miss, but it's just that bug that's really like fucking up. She's at dead already, right? I don't know. She threw it way early. I hear like zappiness right now. I don't know if she has it or if it's on the ground right there or what. Hear that sound? It literally... Maybe it's just bugged. I have no idea. I felt like it was right there. Oh, maybe it's bugged because it's like it's still playing the sounds where like every time where it spawned. I think it did on the PTB too. Now it's displaying the sound of the cube when I'm in the post screen game, the points game. Man, I can't English today. But with that, video comes to a close. That's all I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys got a lot from this. How to play not only as the Cenobite, but how to play against the Cenobite a bit, as from the survivor point of view, what to do and what not to do. So yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you guys over on Twitch. Guys, take it easy. Have a good one, and I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much.